Hello, I'm Emmeline.
And I'm Kindy.
And welcome to Stuff with Moms, a podcast about shows, stories, and enjoying life.
So, Emmeline, you are finally at your destinational home.
Yay!
So tell us how that went.
Oh my goodness. It was not as smoothly as you want it to be.
Uh-oh.
We wanted to get into our house on Tuesday, and we signed all the paperwork, but then because our bank is a bank that's just in the West, we couldn't go to it in person to sign the wire transfer documents to send over our down payment. And so we had to do like all this weird stuff that we didn't know would delay our wire transfer like 3 days. Ooh. So we didn't get into our house until it was Thursday. So it was just 2 days, but man, it felt like forever. Cause when you already have set your...
You guys were crammed into this tiny space too. Yes. So 2 days delay would change your expectations dramatically, and it would be a downer.
It was so a downer because I'd set my mind to, I am going to be done transporting my children back and forth.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. That took all day.
And so I was like, yay, I'm going to be done with that on Tuesday afternoon. But no, I wasn't. I still had to do that 2 more days. And I didn't realize how much I hated it until those 2 days. Oh, man. But it is over.
Yay!
Yay!
No more wasting time.
Oh, man. So glad about that. But we are in our home.
Because you live how close to the schools now? Or do they bus?
Well, that's another funny story, is we tried the bus one day, but they have so few bus drivers that Lorenzo, who got out at 3:30, didn't arrive home until 5:05.
Oh my goodness.
And we're like, okay, we're not doing the buses anymore. I'll just go and pick you up. Because it only takes me, it takes me 15 minutes to drive to the high school. So it's less for the elementary school. It takes me about 7 to drive to get Clark. But still, his bus ride was 45 minutes, 50 minutes.
Oh my God.
And I'm just like, that is so long on the bus. And then Lorenzo was on it for, an hour and a half. So I was like, okay, I will just continue to drive you to and from school is what we decided. So I called and got the buses all set up. And then the very next day I called them back and I was like, never mind.
Yeah. Just kidding.
Because I was still driving them because when they told me what time they'd have to get up to go get the bus, it was earlier than we were waking up when we lived an hour away.
Oh my word.
And I was like, they have to wake up earlier than when we were an hour away? That doesn't make sense. So I was like, I'll still drive them to school. We'll just have them dropped off by the bus. But then I was like, never mind on that either. I'll just continue to take them to and from school.
Yeah, I don't want their
lives to be the
educational career. Yeah, to be on the bus.
Plus, when you're that much time on the bus with all those kids, and kids get bored, and then they start doing stuff that's bullying or mean. I mean, you can have those instances where they're fine, or they figure out stuff to do. They bring books or whatever. I don't know. Because I was on the bus a long time, a couple of places we lived, and it sucked, but I figured out stuff to do. And I knew my boys could do it. I was just like, you know what? I can pick them up, and then they don't have to go through any of that. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
So it was
Yeah,
funny
it's
when
like a different.
Sorry, you go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say it's a different world being on a bus. It's like school awfulness times 2.
It is. It is. Because, yeah. Some of the stuff Lorenzo would tell me, even just living in Wyoming, where we were, when, we were surrounded by a whole bunch of good people, there was stuff he would tell me, and I'm like, geez, that happened on the bus? He would be like,
Right.
yeah, the boy and the girl sitting kitty corner back from me would make out the whole time. And I'm like, well,
that's
at least they
awkward.
were behind you, so you didn't have to watch. He's like, but I'd hear it. And I'm like, oh, that's...
Yeah. I was like, hopefully the bus was loud enough, but it didn't sound like it.
Anyway, but when I called the bus transportation people, and I was like, yeah, it was too long of a ride. I'll just drive them. The person was like, well, yeah, we're kind of short on drivers. Do you know of anybody that wants to drive the bus?
They're like, well, hey, you want a job?
Exactly. I was like, well, if I hear anybody else, send them your way. And I was like, do I want to drive a bus? No, not if I'm getting home after 6 o'clock.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Your kids are spending their afternoons on a bus with mom.
Yeah. I guess that would be a way I'd force them to be with me.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, man. But yeah, that was something else. But yeah, we're in our home. It's great. We're mostly unpacked. Obviously, the room I'm still in has not been unpacked because it's my craft room and it was very low on my priority list. But I unpacked my podcasting stuff so that we could podcast.
Sweet. That was definitely a priority.
Yes. Yeah. But anyway, how was your week?
Oh man, it was intense. It was intense.
Oh no.
We got sick last weekend, and it wore me out. I was so tired. There was a night that I went to bed, or no, that might have been the week before, but I went to bed very early. I think there was one night I went to bed before Anders. So that was fun. Yeah, that was this week. Usually, so his starting bedtime is like around 8 o'clock. So I was in bed when him and his father, his daddy, took him to the park. So
I'm just curious, was it on Wednesday or Thursday? I don't remember. Was it on Wednesday or Thursday?
I like me being sick, or when I went to bed early?
When you went to bed early.
I don't know. Why?
Because I fell asleep before everybody one day too, and it was Wednesday or Thursday, and I was like, it would be funny if we both went to sleep before everybody on the same day.
We could have. That is a possibility, because I was so worn out.
So was I. I crashed. Right? I woke up the next morning. I was like, sorry about that, honey.
I'm sure it was fine. It's so rare that, it's not like it happens every night, thankfully. I think after a while, Matt would probably be like, you need to go to the doctor. Something's wrong. Because, but so that was fun, and the kids were sick, so they were home, so I didn't get a whole lot of work done. So I'm behind there. And the Anders is in school now.
Woo!
He is a kindergartner, and holy crap. So the transition I thought would be fine, because he has been in daycare.
Right.
All day, so it wouldn't have made a difference. I just see him more often now because I just make sure that I'm home. If I do go into work, I go either after he's left or I come home before he gets home.
Gotcha.
So I don't have him in daycare anymore. He'll probably just be in summer stuff. And holy crap, I was not expecting to feel this way. It's kind of hard to explain. It makes absolutely no sense. It is very illogical. Like it's the dumbest thing ever. Maybe not the dumbest thing, but I know it's not logical because to me, this next phase, this next step in Anders' life is like he's already going to college and I have no more influence in his life. I cannot teach him. The time to teach him has gone and passed, and I have no more influence. That's it. I'm kind of not his mother anymore. So very illogical, very hard, very weird. I was not expecting that, but yeah. Anyway, so yeah. And then Emmeline is actually baby Emmeline is going to be going to a different daycare next week, and I'm excited because I don't like the one she's at now. So
yeah, you've been having issues with him, so
yeah. Yeah. And then I had another issue where she had an something on her stomach, like a bruise, like something smushed her, or I don't know. It's so weird. Something hit her hard, and I texted the owner, and she's like, "I have no idea. I didn't see that on her." And I'm like, I don't remember her crying like she got injured when she was home. And I even asked Matt, and he's like, no. So anyway, I'm not a huge fan of that daycare. And yeah. So yeah, I'm excited to get her switched over. She's going to be going to Discovery Tree where Anders was going before I switched.
Mm-hmm.
So you have our obscure holiday. What is it?
Batman Day! So, Saturday, tomorrow, September 16th, is Batman Day.
Yeah.
Do something Batman-y.
Batman-y. That is insane and awesome that there is a Batman Day.
I know, isn't it? The first Batman Day was July 23rd of 2014.
Oh.
That's when they decided to make it an official day, and then they switched it to...
Do you know why they switched it?
I think it's because the first Batman Day was the 75th anniversary of
like when
Batman
it first came out or something.
Sales back in 1939. In 2015, so the very next year, they switched it to the third Saturday in September. Batman made his first appearance in a detective comic back in 1939. And then recently, he's just been doing a lot of awesome stuff. Batman stuff. Saves the world with his money.
Yep.
How would you classify Batman? Is he because he's a superhero. He's considered a superhero, but...
Which I don't know why, because he doesn't have superpowers.
His superpower is his money.
I'm not what Gotham needs. I'm what Gotham wants, or something like that. I think there's been movies where they've done that. Are there like the he/she, how it should have ended? I think did something like that.
That totally needs a shout out. Okay, you guys, if you have not seen How It Should Have Ended, they take movies and they decide how it really should have ended. And they do it to all sorts of movies. But my favorite ones are the comic book movies.
Yeah.
Because they just really point out their flaws. But they have what's called the Super Cafe, where Superman and Batman sit at this little table drinking coffee or whatever. And Batman has his line, "I'm Batman." And she does it so good. Oh, yeah, that's his
He
line.
just like is telling everybody he's Batman.
Because I'm Batman.
Because I'm Batman. Oh, I want to go back and watch him.
For Batman Day, just do something, wear a Batman shirt, watch a Batman movie. That's what we're going to be doing. I'm in the mood to watch them. Hence Batman Day.
Yeah. And it's a Saturday.
So do something Batman-y. You can pick up a comic. You can get the Batman song stuck in your head for that day. Draw a Batman.
Yeah.
Put a Batman signal on your window. I don't know.
Hey, there you go. Call Batman.
Fly around the room.
There you go. I think I like that idea more than all the others.
All right, Kindy, you've got our word of the week or acronym of the week.
Yeah, not an acronym. I know how much you love those. Maybe I'll torture you another time, but today it's loquacious.
Loquacious.
Oh, good. I was really nervous that you would already know it, but loquacious. It's an adjective, if that helps.
Is that something that's like really wordy and...
Are you kidding me?
Is that what it is?
You knew this. Yeah.
I think
You knew this.
I don't think I
You've
knew
heard
it, but I've read it.
You knew it. Yeah. Dang it. I knew I was taking a chance on this word. Yeah. Prone to using more words than considered necessary when talking.
Yes.
So wordy, tending to talking a lot. Yep.
Pew, pew, pew. Awesome.
Yeah. Well, good job.
Thanks.
I'm glad you got it. Good job. It's your
Are
reward
you
for
glad
not
I'm
getting all those acronyms.
Oh, yeah.
What's our good news for this week?
This is about Lee Wilson, and he is a Kansas farmer. His wife, Renee, loves sunflowers. So for his 50th anniversary, he surprised her with 80 acres of sunflowers.
Oh, my word.
Anyway, it was just
That
such the
is so
cutest
sweet.
story. And his wife, she said, it couldn't have been a more perfect anniversary gift than a field of sunflowers. And she's just grinning from ear to ear.
That is amazing. That is so sweet.
It is. Everybody has things that they're good at. Little gifts that they have. And I consider mine like my superpowers. Because I love superheroes.
Because why not? It's fun. Yeah. Well, and it adds more flavor to your life.
It does. It does.
Why be boring when you can add
the word super to your powers?
Your abilities. And make them super. We're superheroes. There's superheroes now. You're listening to two of them. So if someone gives me directions to their house, I can find it without directions the second time, and I can get out so I can like go home without directions as well.
Nice.
The kryptonite is my father-in-law's house. I don't know what it is about his place, but there are too many turns and the distance. I can't. I have to use directions every time. Like I can't. I've been there 3 times and I still need to use a map. So that's my superpower. What is your superpower? Yeah.
I can park in a parking lot, and then when I come out of the store, I know exactly where I am parked, and I can go straight to my vehicle. And Kyle's like, how do you do that?
Even if you've been there like many times and you park in different places?
Yep.
Oh my gosh, that is amazing. Because I think after we had talked and you mentioned that, I walked out of Walmart thinking I knew where the car was, and I was way off. I was like a couple rows off. I was like, how did I get this far off? Anyway, that's impressive.
Yeah.
I'll mention one of yours. Your superpower is your steadiness. You guys, Emmeline has shaky hands, but man, when she's doing something that's very meticulous, I'm just amazed. I don't have shaky hands. I try and make something straight and I can't do it. She has like this ability to like make something look so good. She did like these teeny tiny figurines and it was amazing. It looked gorgeous. And there were no like errors or anything. If I was doing it, I would have messed it up. So I think that's another one of your superpowers. You're shaky, but even when you're doing it, like you're still shaky, but it doesn't like mess up whatever you're doing. It is like I I'm so amazed I can't even describe it. I'm in awe of that superpower.
Well, thanks. Kindy's superpower is that she has the ability to just make you feel like you're the coolest person she's ever met. And it is an awesome superpower that she can just do that to anybody and everybody. And she does. And it's not that she doesn't think that. She does think you're the most amazing person. And it isn't insincere. It's really what she thinks. And you just feel that. She makes you feel great. So she's nice to have as a friend because she makes me feel good all the time.
Well, I'm glad because then you'll keep me around. That's good.
Of course. Kindy has another near-death experience for us that we're going to get to hear about today.
I do. Yeah. So we were living in Arkansas and I'm over at my house and my friend calls me who lives across the street. She asked me to come over. So I'm heading over there and we're really close to the road and there's a bend to it. So if someone's coming and if they're booking it, like that's not good. Thankfully, not a whole lot of people, were speeding around the corner. So usually if I'd look and just kind of run over or what have you, I'd make it and with no instances. But this one instance, I don't know if they were drunk. They probably were going too fast. And as they were coming around the corner, I think they hit the side of the road that was gravel and it caused them to turn. And somehow, all of a sudden, I look over and because you hear like screeching and there's a truck coming at me, not forwards, but the engine was to the left. Yeah. And the bed was to the right of me and it was coming at me. Thankfully, thankfully I was able to get out of the way and they just hit a tree that was right there. And my mom knew I was walking over there, hears the screeching and thinks the worst. I would too if it was like my kid going across the street. And my neighbor was like, "Oh my gosh." So everybody's coming out and I had gotten out of the way thankfully. And they didn't hit the tree too bad because I think they were like mid-turn. It was the weirdest thing. Like I don't know how. I'm sure if cops were there they could explain how everything happened because they've seen enough car accidents and what have you. Maybe, I don't know, but yeah. So I could have gotten hit by a truck sideways, not
oh my gosh
front, but just like, and they were.
So were you just like looking the other way and then you heard the screeching and turned to look and dodged?
Yeah. Well, I was just walking and then it happened so fast. So when I heard it, I turned and there's just this truck coming at me sideways. Like, gosh, this is such a weird thing, but.
Was everybody in the car or the truck okay?
Yeah, they were okay. I think they just they didn't
after they inspected everything.
Yeah, because I don't think they hit they didn't hit the tree. They just kind of bumped into it. My life could have been totally different.
So did you run and dive or you just ran out of the way?
I ran out of the way. I think I went back the way I came because that was a shorter distance than going forward or running the other direction. Because how in the movies they don't run, they stay in the path of the thing that's coming towards them.
They're like, I mean, unless you're in a hallway or a tunnel,
And there's only
I understand that,
Yeah.
but otherwise, run diagonal.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's so weird.
It is so weird. So thankfully I wasn't as dumb as a movie and I ran diagonal.
I love when like comedy sketches take things like that where they know. I think it was a Studio C where they were making fun of
How movies do that.
not skinwalkers. The Walking Dead. They were making fun of The Walking Dead.
Really?
How these slow zombies kept killing everybody off. And this guy got up on the truck and he's like, I'll tell you how to avoid it. You just walk in the other direction. And the people are all, what if they come at you sneaky? And he's like, they can't. They're noisy. You hear them. And it's a really funny comedy sketch. I love it.
Yeah.
My brother died from a fridge. It's like, what is wrong with your family? Anyway, watch that Studio Z, everybody, that I just maimed to death. Studio Z, support the podcast. Well, I'm glad you're alive and with us still, Kindy.
Me too. Not maimed.
That's really scary.
Yeah, it was pretty intense.
Gosh. All right, our movie quote is, "You're stepping on my toes."
Perfect.
Maybe you guys can guess what the movie is. We'll let you know at the end of the show.
Yeah.
So I've never seen this before, and Kindy has. So you'll
Tear
get
it
a
apart.
experienced watcher and an unexperienced one. Like kind of most of the time, that's what we do.
Yeah,
so
which is shocking because it seems like me and you have always watched movies
together. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So Phineas and Ferb.
Yeah. Emmeline.
We are going to be discussing episodes 1 through 5. I'll give a little summary. We'll talk about what we liked about it and what we didn't like. And then I didn't do a tally board. I thought we'd talk about like the couple of quotes that are in almost every episode because they're fun to hear. And then we'll give it our rating out of 5 stars. And we'll talk about if it's mom approved, who will we not let watch the show. And then for our top 3, Kindy and I became inventors of Doofenshmirtz Evil Incorporated. And we created our top 3 innators.
Yeah, mine are so
that we
boring.
would make.
Yeah.
I'm excited to hear what yours are. So, Phineas and Ferb, episodes 1 through 5 of season 1. It's summer, and Phineas and Ferb find ways to spend it. The whole time, Candace, their sister, is trying to get them busted by telling on them to their mom. Meanwhile, Perry, their platypus, is a secret agent and thwarting Dr. Doofenshmirtz and getting his innators to try and rule the tri-state area. They usually kind of tie into each other, which is fun.
Yeah,
so
that is fun.
In some way.
It's not the world. It's just the tri-state area. That's it. He's not over ambitious. He just wants the tri-state area, and that's it. And he does it very business-like, which cracks me up.
So what did you kind of expect going into this?
I only watched 5 episodes. It's almost like there's like 2 episodes in one. By the time you get to like the 3rd episode, you kind of get the hang of like what is going on.
What kind of happens in each show.
Yeah. That threw me off. I was not expecting that.
All right. Well, let's talk about it. Let's get into it.
Okay.
All right. Episode 1. This is the roller coaster. Phineas and Ferb want to make a better roller coaster in their backyard. And it is a cool roller coaster.
It is intense. It is intense. I love it when they're on it and they're going straight up. And as they're going, Phineas is explaining how to buckle and unbuckle the seat, kind of like you see on an airplane. And when he's done with the unbuckling, he accidentally lets it go and it just falls straight down, which that was one of the things that I thought was funny. Because he's like, well, you get the picture. I do love the dynamic between the two brothers, where Ferb like rarely talks, but Phineas like gets what his nonverbal cues.
He he knows what Ferb's all about.
Oh yeah,
it's great.
And especially in the first episode where it's like, yeah, he doesn't really talk a whole lot, but at the end, I loved it's either the end of the roller coaster one or it's the end of the episode where Ferb goes, platypuses are the only mammals that lay eggs. I don't know if that's true. I didn't Google it, but I was like, that's interesting.
They are. Yeah. They're the weirdos of the mammal world. They break all the rules.
They do. All right, what's something you like?
It reminded me of couple episodes ago when I explained to you what my dream house would be. That's like what their roller coaster is. It's like if I invented a roller coaster when I was a kid, it would have done crazy stuff like go straight up and straight down and go through mud and then go through a car wash and then just the crazy stuff. Like if they thought of it, they put it in their cartoon. And I loved that because that's what a kid would do. If he made a roller coaster, he would make it do all the fun things he could think of. Oh, yeah. And I just thought that was awesome. But my favorite of the entire show is Dr. Doofenshmirtz.
Yeah.
I love him so much. He is the best, worst super villain.
He is. Kind of an idiot.
Because he's not really evil. He kind of just wants to have friends.
Yeah.
And he's doing it in a really bad way. But I love him so much. He says the funniest things. He makes the greatest inventions.
Well, and I love that name. Like, how in the world did you come up with Doofenshmirtz? Writers are pretty clever.
They are. The two writers of the show, they actually voiced two of the characters in the show.
Oh, they do?
Yeah. So Dr. Doofenshmirtz is voiced by Dan Povenmire, who's one of the writers of the show, the creator of the show. And then Jeff Marsh does Major Monogram's voice. He's the guy who always talks to Perry the Platypus.
Oh, okay. I love the first episode where Candace says that she's in charge conditionally. Mom says I'm in charge conditionally.
Conditionally.
I'm in charge conditionally. Because they're riding the roller coaster and they're up in space. And Phineas is like, look, a satellite. Looks like if that goes down to Earth, Candace will be in charge.
Yeah.
It was good.
So let's move on. Episode 2. This is the Lawn Gnome Beach Party.
Yeah.
The heat of the summer made them think of, let's create a beach in our backyard. And Candace, who's always trying to thwart Phineas and Ferb, actually goes, this would be fun because the boy crush that she likes shows up, Jeremy. And he is enjoying the beach, so Candace decides that she's going to like it too.
Yeah.
And she becomes like beach queen or something.
Yeah. Yeah, because she fell on a crab and the crab was crawling away, and so she won the contest.
She won the limbo contest.
Yeah, she was laying on a crab.
I know this is kind of jumping the gun, but I love how everything always wraps up in time before
right.
Mom and Dad get home, or Mom sees it, or
yeah,
it cracks me up.
I love the mom's life. Like, she does all these fun things. She goes and plays cards with the neighbors. She goes to the spa. She was playing in a jazz band. she just went to the mall to go buy. I'm like, I want the mom's life. That's what I want.
She's a fun mom. She's actually voiced, I don't know, did you ever watch Sabrina the Teenage Witch?
I did.
Okay. So one of the aunts, Aunt Hilda, she's the voice of the mom.
No way.
Yeah.
Wow. I like the one where Doofenshmirtz squirts Perry with the chocolate, his own hardening chocolate, and is like trying to talk to him. He's like, so my like meter is down or something like that. I can't remember how he tries to describe that he's not liked, and so he's trying to be liked. And so, but he like keeps repeating himself to Perry, who
isn't reacting because he's a statue of chocolate.
Yeah. But he's like, you're not getting it. So let me explain again. And he like kind of re-explains it. And then he gets behind the chocolate platypus figure and realizes he ate his way out.
Perry, the platypus appears. He's like, Perry, the platypus, how are you over there?
Oh, yeah.
You ate your own chocolate, Heiny?
Yeah. Why would you do that? Yeah.
Thank you, Dan Povenmire,
support the
for
podcast
making the voice
of
Dr. Doofenshmirtz, because I love it so much.
Yeah, Dr. Doofenshmirtz.
Okay, then we had episode 4, The Fast and the Phineas. That was the one where they take their mom's car and turn it into a remote control race car.
And it ends with the car being cleaned because they get into the garage and Candace is like, see? And the mom's like, oh my gosh, you said the boys did this? I can't believe it. And then she goes and thanks them for cleaning her car.
Oh.
And Candace is mad. It's not the race car they turned it into.
Yeah. There's so many things about Candace that I love.
Yeah.
Like her laugh when she's talking about Jeremy.
I do. I'm going back an episode because I do like,
okay.
No, actually I think it's the same one because it's the where Phineas is talking about.
Yeah, we skipped the third episode.
Well,
sorry.
No, you're good. You're good. But where Phineas is talking about being a rock star and having that fame and just wanting it for a little bit, and then the mom's like, "You could be a one-hit wonder," and she like goes off on how it is to be a one-hit wonder, as if she knows how it is, because apparently she was a one-hit wonder.
Yeah.
And she's like hitting all these points. And so Phineas is like, I'm going to do that. And they like become this big, huge hit with this
weird
band.
Song.
Yeah, with this super weird song, but catchy.
Gitchy goo or something.
Yeah. I love you. I mean, just the whole thing where he's like, we're going to do this. And then they just become this band. And then the part where he's like super dramatic over nothing. And he's like, well, we got to throw in a diva fit. Yeah. Because that was one of the things the mom said. You got to have a diva fit. And then you got to have a comeback, which they do at the end of the episode with Candace.
Yep. With Candace.
So funny. I thought that was fun. Those kids never have to clean up their mess because it just kind of solves itself. It's like these kids are never going to learn how to clean up because... No,
I love that because any kid, if you ask any kid what the worst job is, it's like cleaning up, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And so this is like every kid's dream. I love that this show is like, what weird thing can we come up with? And we don't even have to clean up.
Yeah,
that's what the show is. And it's so great.
Yeah.
It's like every kid's fantasy. It's summertime for 104 days, which what summertime is that? You know?
Yeah.
I was thinking about it. I'm like, it's like 78 days summertime is. Like, Phineas and Ferb get extra weeks of summer that nobody else does.
Yeah. Well, maybe they have less vacations during the school year. So they have
Maybe.
more summer. Or maybe they just came up with 104 because it rhymed
It
with
sounded
other
good
things.
in a song.
Yeah. Yeah. 78 days.
78 days of summer it could fit.
Yeah, it could. It could.
Episode 5, I kind of had a couple of things to say about this one. Because with Candace, she loves this, what is it, the princess sensibilities. She's been practicing this script, and her brothers are famous online, so they get picked as the directors, but they turn her show, the princess sensibilities, and the princess monster, the curse of the princess monster or something. And so Candace, she loves the script, and she's like, this is how I'm gonna become a star. So she acts all these parts as this monster. Oh, it's so funny. But there's this one part in the editing that they're like, oh, well, we'll fix it so you look nice, because at the very end she's trying to say her one line that she thinks is gonna make her famous. And they edit it so that she's,
She doesn't say anything.
she's like, oh, I look awful. And they put in Ashley Tisdale in, saying her lines, right?
Oh, yeah.
A little like magazine cutout with the jaw hinged moving thing. But what's funny is Ashley Tisdale is the voice of Candace. And so how she's like, oh, that's perfect or whatever. I'm like, oh, that was so fun. That was the like little cameo for Ashley Tisdale in this show. And the fun thing is if you watch further in the show, the songs in the show just become better and better as the seasons go. Like in the first couple episodes, that's always where a show's kind of getting its feet, and it's kind of awkward at first.
Trying to figure
But
things out.
as it goes along, man, this show just gets even better. And that's why it was almost like, oh, we should just start watching later so that Kindy can get like the good stuff. But I was like, we can't start in the middle. So, but Candace gets all these songs because Ashley Tisdale, she's a pretty decent singer.
Yeah.
And so she gets like these fun songs to sing, and she does such a good job. And they always have the funniest songs that tie into the show, and you learn stuff. I love shows that you learn stuff from, and this show you learn stuff from.
Like about platypuses.
Yeah.
I would agree that it is fun. Like the more you watch it, because there were times where I laughed out loud, and so I like that, where it's like the fun like little inside shots, or just things that kind of stand out as you watch more episodes and things like that. So
the Doofenshmirtzenator in this one is actually really fun to say. He creates an age accelerator-inator.
Nice.
And it's so great because he's aging his cheese that he makes.
Oh, okay.
Quickly.
Okay.
He actually wasn't doing anything bad this episode, but Major Monogram sent him over because he was like, we don't know what he's doing.
So go over there.
Over there and make sure it's not anything evil. And Perry the Platypus breaks open Dr. Doofenshmirtz's door. And Dr. Doofenshmirtz is like, Perry the Platypus, how come you keep breaking my doors? Why can't you just knock? It was unlocked. You will pay. And so Perry the Platypus hands him some money, and he was like, it was an oak door. So he hands him more money.
That's awesome. Oh, that actually reminds me of another thing where it cracks me up how they use a hat to disguise Perry Platypus. It's like, no hat, he looks like a regular platypus. hat, he's a secret agent. And then
Yep.
he's on a Vespa or a scooter, and he's right next to the mom at a light. And she's like, takes a double take. But the second time she looks, because he puts on the glasses with the big nose and the mustache. And then she's like, oh, okay, it's just some driver. It's like, it's a platypus driving
A Vespa.
a Vespa. So I thought that was fun. I like what they do with the platypus, and that they don't have the platypus talking, but it can be a secret agent. And then the fact that like it disappears and Phineas asks where Perry went, and then when everything's all over, he's always, there you are, Perry.
That's one of the things,
Yeah.
Kindy. You got right into it. So perfect timing.
I figured that one would be, yeah.
Oh, wait, we didn't say what we didn't like.
Yeah.
That's true.
I don't
Okay.
have a whole lot, so I'll go first. I don't like Candace. I don't like so this is one of those slapstick humors that I'm kind of talking about, where she just gets into all these hot messes just 'cause. I don't like the fact that she's trying to get her brother in trouble. For me, it's like, if it doesn't work the second or third or fourth or fifth time, why keep trying? Like, just give up. Just stop. It's never gonna work. Just roll with it. Because obviously these two boys are the luckiest people in the world, where they'll do these crazy things and never get caught and get away with it because they're smart in the way that they do it, and then everything is fine, and you could just have all these crazy fun stories as you get older. So yeah.
So there is a fan theory that I read while I was looking up stuff about the show. Candace is actually slightly loony.
Oh, okay.
And
she imagines
Phineas
all
and
these
Ferb
things?
aren't actually real.
Oh.
She doesn't have brothers.
Oh, interesting.
And they're just figments of her imagination. And she's always trying to get them in trouble. And that's why her mom's like, okay, Candace. Like, her parents go and check on her every once in a while, but they don't really believe anything she says.
Mm-hmm.
And the way she like obsesses over Jeremy and stuff, but that she doesn't actually have brothers. And she just uses them as an excuse to get attention from her parents.
Mm.
So there's that. Is there something else you didn't like?
Mm-mm.
That was it.
Yeah.
Candace drives you crazy.
Just Candace drives me crazy. Yep.
She drives me a little bit crazy, but
Yeah.
she becomes more and more endearing as the show goes on. Because,
okay.
you know, you see that she has like a soft spot for her brothers, and she loves them.
She wants them to get in trouble.
She just knows that they're doing things that are kind of dangerous.
But instead of stopping them or trying to prevent it, she just goes straight to her mom, who is somewhere else. And by the time she looks, something's in the way, or it's gone, or it's over. I did love the part where they have, I guess I'm going back to the other, I'm just kind of everywhere, where there's like a building robot. It's huge, because Dr. Doofenshmirtz, I can't ever pronounce his name right. Okay.
That's it.
I need to watch it more so I can pronounce it right. But where he has like this big robot, it's about to step on the building for the poster of the band that her brothers are in, that she's trying to get her mom to notice that they're in this band. And he doesn't actually end up stepping on the building. He like goes back and walks away and goes somewhere else. But the building was going to be demolished. And so by the time the mom is outside to see what Candace is pointing at, there's no more building to show the poster of the band that her brother's in. I love that.
It's so fun.
That was really clever.
Yeah.
But
there's so many clever things as the show goes. You're just like, oh, that was so good.
Yeah. So is there anything you don't like?
Every once in a while, I get a little bit annoyed by Major Monogram.
Oh, yeah.
I think they had him talk more because Perry the Platypus doesn't talk, to kind of take up that space.
Yeah.
But at the same time, there's times when he is so hilarious. So he only drives me crazy a little bit of the time.
Oh, okay. So what's the always there quotes?
These are the quotes that are always throughout the episodes. They aren't in every single episode, but they're most of the time there. Isabel says to...
Loved her. I love how she says it. What you doing?
Yep. What you doing?
And I love how she is obsessed with Phineas. She loves him. So she'll go right along with whatever he's doing. She's like, I'm on it. I got your back.
And then Phineas says, I know what we're going to do today. I thought that was fun. Yeah. Candace always saying, Mom. This is another Phineas quote. Hey, where's Perry? And then Dr. Doofenshmirtz always says, curse you, Perry the Platypus. And this is the one where I haven't seen it in every episode, but it happens really frequently, is the boys will be doing something and they'll go up and they'll get approval or need something from an adult. And the adult will be like, aren't you a little young to be, doing such and such? And Phineas says, why, yes, I am. And there's more that are said throughout the show, but those are the ones I wanted to mention.
Yeah.
Now, I had a couple more fun facts. Perry the Platypus's noise was made by an actual voice actor.
Oh, is that the...
Yeah. I can't even do it. Yeah. I cannot.
I do like that voice. I think it's funny.
And then all the main characters that are, kids in the show, or the voice actors were all actual kids.
Oh, really?
When they started the show. Yeah.
Oh, that's cute.
They were worried with Phineas because he does the majority of the talking, right? Mm-hmm. He was 13 when they started recording, I think. And they were worried when he hit puberty what would happen with the voice. And so there is kind of a slight change over the episodes that you hear. And so you think it's a different character, but no, he just hit puberty and had to start creating that same voice, but from a different place. Oh, and if you watch like the first episodes and then you go and you watch the last episodes, you can tell that it's deeper.
Oh, okay.
It's just because he grew up and
went through
he was a man by the end. Yeah.
He went through puberty.
Now we can talk about what we would rate it. How many stars?
So how many stars?
So Kindy, what's... were you going to ask me first?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I could always watch this show. It gets 5 stars. If there is a cartoon out there that I love more, I have not discovered it. So yeah, this is my top favorite cartoon show. It teaches good moral lessons. It's fun to watch. It is funny. It's funny even for adults. Like, there's good humor in it. It's just so great. So you can watch it with your kids and have fun.
You can. And Anders caught me watching it today because I started it and me and him were watching it. Every time he catches me watching it, he's like, Mom, why are you watching Phineas and Ferb? Like, the sound's not on, but he can tell what it is by what's going on. And so I think that's kind of fun. But so I'm between a 3 and a 4. So I think this will be the first time that I'll actually give it a half star. So I think 3.5. I'll probably watch it just because you love it so much and I want to see it get better. So
yeah. And mind you, yeah, the first couple episodes are kind of like, they were getting their footing. They were kind of figuring out the show. Yeah. And once it gets into the full swing, you're like, wow, this is so great.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'll probably keep giving it a try.
Good.
Yeah.
Maybe watch an episode every day with Anders. Or
yeah.
Something.
Yeah.
It can be like what you do when he gets home from school.
Yeah. Well, that's homework because we I haven't gotten that system down yet. So if he's failing, it's because I'm failing him. So that's when he gets home, it's homework so that we get that out of the way.
Gotcha. Well, that can be the reward when he's done.
There you go. When you're done, you can watch something with Mom, which is rare. So I think he would like that. Or go to the neighbor's house. He doesn't love our house. He's at the stage where everyone else's house is fun.
Is more fun.
Yeah, and our house is boring. So I'm like, oh, okay. That'll last until you move out, and then you'll want to come back, and we won't want you to. It's always a tug and pull. See what I mean? Like I can't. That's not what I'm wanting to say, but that's the only thing I can think of. Who says that? Nobody. Anyway, Mom approved? Yes.
It is. It's Mom approved.
For sure.
Everybody can watch this.
Yeah.
So
whoever can and is willing, they can watch it. It's a cartoon. I don't know if we ever said that. It's kind of like a cartoon version of Ferris Bueller's Day Off. The sister's trying to get the brother in trouble. The brother's a genius and can do all these things and is lucky and never gets caught. Everyone else always takes the fall.
I love that. I never even thought of that. It is. It's a cartoon Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Yeah. So if you love Ferris Bueller's Day Off, this is the cartoon for you.
It is.
Yeah.
Good job, Kindy.
Oh, me.
That's perfect.
I can do something.
Okay. Top 3 innators, Kindy. Let's go back and forth.
Oh, boring.
Well,
okay.
You say one, I'll say one.
My first one should be what my third one is. So I think I'm going to say what I wrote down for my third one because I hate doing this. I hate it. I have a foldinator.
For laundry?
Yeah. Yep. I don't hate it. I just don't like it. Like it's, I don't know. I get them washed. I get them dried. I can't seem to get the time to fold and put away. So it's always Matt who ends up doing it on a day off that he shouldn't have. So I guess I kind of do have a foldinator. It just takes a while for my foldinator to
Matt.
get to it. Yeah. All right, what's yours?
That's perfect. One of mine, I didn't put them in order, so it's a bathinator.
Oh, okay.
Because I love taking baths, and sometimes I'm like, it would be nice if I could just take a bath right now, and
so like
everything
water
could get taken care of while I just go be in a bath.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
My bathinator takes my place while I go bathe for 30 minutes.
Gotcha. There you go. Bathinator. See, yeah, mine are kind of boring. So my next one is a cookinator.
Ooh. So you don't have to cook?
It cooks for me. Yeah.
Yay.
So I don't have to cook. I can use that time to do hobbies or work. I feel like work is usually what I go to. If I have extra time, I have to work. My life right now.
My next one is turn off that part of my brain-inator.
Oh, there you go.
Because there's several instances that this one applies. So when I get berated in any way, I really hold on to that. And I wish that I didn't. Because even if it's like somebody honks at me in traffic, I'll like hold on to that and be like, oh, I did that terrible thing.
Really?
And every time I pass that part of the road, I remember how I got honked at right there.
And you dwell on it even longer.
And I dwell on it. And I wish I could just turn that off, that part of my brain off. Or at night when I lay down to sleep. And instead of falling to sleep like normal people, I lay there and my brain doesn't turn off. It just goes and goes and goes. And I'm like, this is what I didn't do good today. And these are the things I need to do tomorrow. And 5 hours later, I'm still awake.
Ugh. You need a sleepinator. So I have a solution. I have part of an inator for you for the honking situation, you just tell yourself, or you do a little dance that says, it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. There's like a whole dance that you're supposed to do with it, but I'm sitting, so I can't do that for you. Because you kind of bounce and I don't know what kind of dance you call it, but because it doesn't matter. Who cares if you got honked at? Though that person could have had a bad day and you just were the camel that broke the straw on the back. And I said that wrong, but you know what I mean. What was that word? What was that word where the guy would switch the first words? I'm the one that switches the metaphors. I say all the words in the metaphor, but in the wrong order.
In the wrong order? That should be a thing. I love that. Okay.
I think I just need to say the things in my head so that I can get it out. And I know it makes no sense, because if I actually try and think of the right order, I say certain words and then it comes across as I just can't talk. I just sound like an idiot because I'm halfway saying what I'm trying to say and the wrong words are coming to my mind. And instead of saying words, I just sit there and I'm like, I just stop talking in the middle of a sentence. And I'm like, these people think I'm nuts. I would.
Oh, I just love it so much.
That's good.
Because stuff like that happens to me, and you just own it. And me, I'm like, oh, I'll edit that out because I sound like a fool. Oh,
I am
you just own it.
I pity the fool. Well, what else are you gonna do? I just am a hot mess, and that's me. I'm a hot mess. I'm not well put together.
I love your hot mess.
Oh, good. I'm glad.
All right, what's your last nader?
Clean-a-nator.
Ooh, you wanted all the chores done by your naters.
I don't want to do any chores. I've got a clean-a-nator. I don't have to clean up after dinner. I don't have to make dinner. I don't have to fold. That would be my naters. What's your other one? Yes, yours are way more entertaining than mine. Mine are boring.
I like yours.
Super basic.
They're very functional. Like you would use yours all the time.
So yours. You'd use yours all the time.
That's true.
Especially that forget-a-nator. Yeah, let go-a-nator. Stop my mind-a-nator. I can't remember what you called it.
Turn off that part of my brain.
That's right. Part of my brain.
I like how his are so long and funny.
Well, especially the old. What was it? The
age accelerator-inator.
Yeah, age accelerator-inator. And it always has to have a nader in it. It's kind of interesting.
It's the best. Okay. My last one is clear the rush hour traffic-inator.
Ooh, that's a good one. I think a lot of people would want that one for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mostly I thought of this one as I was driving the boys back and forth.
Yeah. I was going to say.
Because I'd always hit rush hour traffic. In the morning I'd hit it, and in the evening we'd hit it. And so I was just like, I want to clear the rush hour traffic-inator.
That's a good one. That is a good one. California definitely needs that.
Oh, yeah.
They are infested with
bad traffic.
Yeah.
Those are great inators. So.
They are great. We need all of them.
Doofenshmirtz, we've got a job for you.
Doofenshmirtz Incorporated. I love that how they sing that every time, and then one time they got interrupted. I can't remember which episode it was, but they're like, Doofenshmirtz Incorporated. And they got, because I think Doofenshmirtz started talking. It was awesome.
Yeah. I also like the, when Perry the Platypus is on his way to stopping when he turns into his agent, they do this. Doobie doobie doo wop, doobie doobie doo wop, doobie doobie doo wop. I like that song. Oh, I sing that one sometimes when I'm going someplace.
Oh, nice. Add a little spyness to your life.
Yeah. Now, for our next episode, we are going to be talking about the movie Barefoot.
Yeah.
And
it's awesome.
I'm excited to watch it.
Me too.
We would love to hear from you. You can get in contact with us on our website, Facebook, or our email. They're listed in our show notes. If you have suggestions or articles you want us to read or anything. On Facebook, we have a question we ask with every episode. You can answer the question or make another comment about the episode there. It would be great. We would love to hear from you. So just reach out to us if you have the inkling.
Yeah. Help us grow. Tell others about us. Share something you learned with them. We've talked about a lot of crazy, fun things that hopefully you can start a conversation with someone about. And we would love that because conversations are fun, especially if you can't say the right words in the right order. Just saying something is nice. We would like to thank Red Productions for the music. We are grateful that that is a thing that is offered to podcasters like us who get started with nothing. So thank you, Red Productions, for the music. And we'd like to thank Jonica for the logo. We appreciate all the work that she's put into it. She does such a great job. She has designed ours and another one, Bad at Magic. So if you like our logo and theirs, let us know and we can hook you up with her. Maybe she can do something for you if she has the time or would like to do it. I'm offering her services and she's never said to do that. So who knows? We'll see, but we'll figure it out. And we would like to thank our listeners. We are so grateful you are here. We're grateful you enjoy me and Emmeline's ramblings of hot nonsense and fun things that we just like to jabber on about. Hopefully you feel the same way and we'll keep coming back and we appreciate ya.
So one of the days we were driving, Clark is in the seat behind me and we're driving home from school. And he's like, Mama, how do you spell intentional? I was like, okay. So I spelled him out intentional, kind of slowly because I can tell he's writing it. And then he's like, Mama, how do you spell knowledge? So I spell him out knowledge. And we're driving along for a while. And then I'm like, how come you needed to know how to spell intentional knowledge? And Clark, he's like, like the YouTuber. Intentional knowledge. And Lorenzo, who's sitting in the front seat, turns around and he's like, do you mean emotional damage? And Clark was like, yeah, emotional damage. So there's this YouTuber, Steve He, that during his YouTubes, I guess, he says this phrase, emotional damage, right?
Okay.
But Clark always thought that he said intentional knowledge.
They don't even sound the same.
No, not at all. But we laughed and laughed
hilarious.
for like so long. And then now we have been using that phrase.
Intentional knowledge.